Hello, hello everyone. So today we are going to read another article that is for Trump's tariff war. How India, China, Russia are testing U.S. power. What next? President Donald Trump's second term is turning out to be less about diplomacy and more about demolition of America's traditional alliances, and his latest post to reassert reassert American price primacy supremacy. Trump has unleashed a new wave of tariffs, 50% levies on Indian and Brazilian goods, increased duties on EU metals, and renewed squeeze on Chinese tech exports. His advisors frame it as a reset of global economic system. The president deserves a Nobel Prize in economics, Trump aide Peter Navarro claimed, for providing that the US can ban global commerce to its will. But instead of bending the world into alignment, Trump's trade war is pushing away by acting as if America remains the axis of world trade. Mr. Trump may be accelerating its shift elsewhere, The Economist said in a report. The numbers back that up. In 2000, the US made up 20% of global imports. Today, it's closer to 12%. The Economist report added, countries are responding in kind. Brazil has announced a $6 billion stimulus plan to shield its exporters. India is doubling down on its Made in India push. Canada, Canada and Japan are retaliating with tariffs on their own. South Korea is quietly subsidizing firms to scout opportunities in the Middle East and Latin America. Okay, so next news is about India. Amit Shah on what led his Gujarat exile in 2010, a bail plea that dragged on for 2 years. Union Home Minister Amit Shah on Monday revealed why he left Gujarat for 2 years while the probe into the Sohrabuddin Sheikh fake encounter case was underway. Shah said it was he who submitted in the court to leave the state, as Justice Aftaf Alam, who was hearing the case, feared the BJP leader could tamper with the evidence, given his past influential position. Amit Shah was the Home Minister of BJP ruled Gujarat under then Chief Minister Narendra Modi, responding to ANI's question on whether Justice Aftaf Alam had visited his house to take his signature mandating his exile. Amit Shah said, "This never happened. Aftaf Alam never came to my house, nor did such a need ever arise." On Sunday, he convened a special court to hear my bail application. Observed that Amit Shah, who had served as Home Minister, could tamper with the evidence. The Union Home Minister further said, therefore, responding to that observation, my lawyer submitted that unless the bail application was decided, my client would stay outside Gujarat. That was my statement about leaving Gujarat, pointing out the delay in hearing of his bail application. Shah said, I stayed outside Gujarat for 2 years because in India's history, no bail application was ever dragged for that long, 2 years. The maximum a bail application had taken to be here was 11 days. Shah defended the government's 130th constitution bill by giving his example when he stepped down as the minister merely on CBI's summons. He added that he did not hold any constitutional post until the case was fully quashed. As I received the summons from CBI, I resigned. I resigned the very next day. I was arrested later. The case went on. The case went on, and the judgment also came that this was a case of political vendetta, and I am completely innocent. That judgment came later. I was granted bail earlier. Even then, I did not take oath and become the Home Minister again. Not only this, I did not take oath for any constitutional post until all the charges against me were completely quashed. What lessons on morality? What lessons on morality are oppositions teaching me? Amit Shah said in the interview. Amit Shah also expressed confidence that the bill will be passed despite the opposition's fears. Criticism. Shah said it is aimed at upholding constitutional morality and public trust, emphasizing that the bill would apply equally to all leaders, including those from the ruling party. The proposes bill proposes to removal of lawmakers detained or arrested for more than 30 days in cases carrying a punishment of 5 years or more. Currently, the bill has been referred to the JPC for detailed scrutiny, comprising 31 members from both houses of parliament. The committee will examine the bill and provide recommendation before it is put to vote. Thank you for watching.